Hey there, gamers. Welcome back to Cryptic Gaming. I hope you've been having a wonderful week. So I want to take a moment to make a video to show you, one, how to get to your kingpin, how to build your empire where you don't have to be doing things that's going to cause you to have your money deducted on the system and be charged with running an exploit, receive 72-hour bans, and all kinds of crazy things within the game. Understand, influencers will tell you, hey, try this, do this for a quick influx of cash. Those ways will get your account banned. Not only that, they can actually, I mean, that's on the extreme. At the very least, it's going to throw the in-game balance off system, and they're going to come in and nerf everybody's currencies. And then you're going to be worse for wear because, one, you're going to lose all your silver. You're not going to have a quick avenue to get it back. This way, if you run into that, we've had 2 resets that I've seen in the game. I've heard that there was a third one, but I missed season 4. So, but yeah, I know of 2 for sure that happened. There was a silver reset, and then even some warehouse resets that had happened as well. And they had some issues with some 8s and things like that as well in the past. And influencers will tell you this is what you don't want to do, so everybody would go out and do it. Then it would cause a problem in the game, but then everyone was getting messed up. Then they were quitting the game because they didn't build their stuff properly. So first things first, if you're having problem getting your rank up, you need to be running Roar of the Lion and Rat Extermination from Skurlock for 400 infamy each. And you just keep running those. Now we're going back out of him. You also can go and run over at the blacksmith. He's got some missions that pay 50 infamy, and Rema will have some that you can run as well. And then you can pick up missions at the like Lenitra and things like that. Hunting sea monsters, they all pay you infamy as well. Those are going to be some great avenues for you. Now, what I also recommend doing, and this is how you're going to build your empire. What I'm talking about, Helm Empire. Yes, this is the Helm Empire. If you do not know what this screen is and you have never seen this screen before, it means that you are not a kingpin yet, and you need to be running those missions I showed you. But go ahead and watch the video here too, because this is going to give you some ideas what to do. Once you become a kingpin and you speak to Yanita Nara and she has you get your first factory, you're going to be looking for icons like this, which are going to be solo helm takeovers or the PvP helm takeovers. And you're going to run those, and you will go and essentially do a plunder. It is not a plunder, it is a takeover, and you have to have that icon to be able to do that. And you will go into that and you will fight, and basically you're running a plunder and you beat them, and you will get to keep that factory. Then anytime you run that on a factory you own, as long as you have come in here, and you need to do this first thing, you should have some 8s. At that point, this is where, if you are not a kingpin yet, if you're running Fangs of Fara right now and you're running Hunter Hunted, now these are level 4 and 5s. Now of course there's 2 more over here for those of you who can run the 10s and 11s. You have Treacherous Turn, it's a 9, and then I think this one here is a Show of Strength. It's not showing up here, but it is actually active on a map. It's just right in this vicinity right here where my cursor's at, and you're going to pick that up. I think he's a level 11 there. So, and you're going to defeat those, and they're going to pay you pieces of 8. They're going to give you silver. You're going to actually get a chance of dropping silver boxes and silver pouches. Put those in your warehouse right now. There was actually a piece of information out that came out, and it said, hey man, what you want to do is go spend all of your guild points right now on these silver boxes that Blackwood has. That is horrible advice coming out of a influencer. I am a gamer first and foremost. I specialize in doing tutorials and trying to teach you how to do the game in such a way you will succeed. If you do those avenues there, you're going to be disappointed. Here's why you're going to be disappointed. Now, just up until recently, when you did the pass, this is just an example. When you destroyed a ship, it would do a 1-to-1 ratio of infamy to SP. Well, then they changed it where you were only getting maybe, I don't know, 8 to 10%. And some people said it was more like 20. I don't really care. It was no longer the 100% of infamy to SP transfer. It was just a fraction of that amount, and it took more stuff to do. Now they have a set amount of SP for every single mission. Now it will be getting boosted here on the 29th, and those figures are over in the community tabs, guys. You can check that out. On the 29th is when that happens. So that's going to give you a little bit more SP. I will show you the best ones already. If you're in tier 1, if you run a plunder on Seafood Lumberyard, Palisade Bay, and Lambeau Weaver, you're going to run a plunder here to come down and then come down each time. Then you'll just start the rotation over. You're going to get here in tier 1 100 SP with every successful completion, and by the time you get back up, the reset has happened on them and you've had your cooldown, and you'll be able to run it again. And you can even add this Grande here. It's a very quick 4 tier that you can run, and I do recommend doing it because you get basic relics from it, so you'll be able to actually use those in buyout opportunities a lot of times, those basic relics. So run those 4 in succession, just kind of spin around and run the crap out of them. It's going to get you your SP 100 here in tier 1, 150 in tier 2. Highest paying areas that you can do this as of right now without going and actually doing the special events here, which will be your achievements. This is where you have event achievements, you have weekly achievements, and then you have seasonal achievements. Now, one of the things I can tell you is, and I'll be completely upfront and honest with you guys, I do the advanced pass, or whatever it's called, where you get the cosmetics and all that kind of stuff, which then also allows me to earn this gold currency, and I think it's like 1100 gold currency we earn each time, which can be used later toward putting toward a pass, or you can save it up, as a lot of us had been doing, because we get it for the cosmetics, but we have those later. And my intent had always been to spend it toward the first large ship so I could get that blueprint super fast. So I spent up my 45 tokens, and I got that using that gold. Since then, I've completed the pass, all 90. But not only have I done that, that was an additional 45 there. But not only did I do that, I also came in and I've bought 4 of these Thunder Dragon cannon sets. Now these are 8 tokens a piece. You know, 8 times 4 is what? That's going to be, what, see, 34, 32, something like that. 32, it's too late, it's 4 o'clock morning. 32, so that's an additional 32 on top of the 45 we opened up. So we've almost opened a full 90 tokens since we've been in here within a week. So now, understand, most of my grind that I put in came into the new Mega Fort. I only really worked on a lot of this stuff in the past 2 or 3 days, so it's very, very easy to, over a couple weekends, you should be able to get that 45 tokens. If you are a average gamer and you have weekends free, you can do it. If you're an average gamer and you only have an hour a day or something, and I recommend that you try to earn, if you run this stuff here at 100 SP and you run 10 of them, that's we'll call it 4 successions. That'll be enough points there to where you should be able to earn 1 point. If you earn 1 point a day, that's all you can do, is 1 point a day. By the time this smuggler pass, the 90-day pass is completed, you will have not only earned your frigate, but you will have opened everything else up as well. Just so you're aware, you can still do it. Games don't have to be fair to people that are retired. They don't have to be fair to people that have to work all the time either. That's something that's just true of the gaming community. Now, one of the reasons I warned you against that exploit earlier is, as you can see, I am able to send out ships. I am not selling ships for a quick buck that's going to probably end up me losing it anyway. What I am doing is I'm actually sending a ship out because I have ships to send out, because I didn't sell my ships to exploit something that's not supposed to pay that much. That's the exploit. They know it's not supposed to pay that much. They told you, you know, oh, this is something that they need to fix, but they did that so that you would do it. And then I started to see that advice coming around in the Discord. Now understand, that's what the intent of the video was. One, it was to get people to click on it, because who doesn't like a quick aspect where, yeah, you don't even have to earn the stuff in the game. I think everybody at some point will try to squeeze one out. You're not going to squeeze one of those out with this game. They are watching for that kind of stuff, and they're punishing people for it too. So just be aware of it, guys. You don't want to be caught using that kind of crap. In fact, I never will advocate anything like that in the Discord. And as some folks found out, I will delete that type of stuff very quick when it's bad advice. So that's why those types of comments get removed, guys. Just understand, it ain't nothing personal. It's just, I don't want to see y'all end up in a situation that we seen happen last year a couple times, and it was the same source doing the exact same thing they did to get the videos. The video disappears because they moved it to private. They don't delete the video. They move it to private because they've already got the $40, $50 off the views that went in there. That is not being a serious gamer. That is being an influencer. And influencers will not give you sound advice every single time. My advice may not always be popular, but my advice is going to help you. When you do your upgrades, this is what you need to do. First, guys, you're going to want to come in here, hit Empire Administration and Coercive Growth. If you're running those Fangs of Pharaoh right now, early on, and you run them throughout the day, you can earn infamy very easily on that as well, because they are considered a convoy. They are considered a bounty as well. You're going to then come up here and complete all of this to tier 1. You see it says like 3 of 3. You only have to do the first one. You don't have to go all the way up on 3. Just do the first one. In fact, if you do this one here, Improved Distillery and Improved Laboratory, you're now going to be able to build those skull products, which will be your gin, rum, snuff, and opium. And as you come up here, you're going to be refining and opening new methods to be able to get those materials for free. That way you're not spending anything toward it. You're going to come over here and you're going to say, one, there's your distillery. That's where you're going to queue that stuff up. Supply network is where you're going to come in here and you're going to pick out some ways. You're going to say, you know, I want to run a roving deal. That's where you want to do roving deals. And you travel out there and you blow up the liaison. It gives you the materials that he brought. You don't have to buy them. Just destroy the liaison and you get them. If you do these deals on land, you have to pay silver. So I don't bother with those. I do roving. And then attacks, you can do plunders. You also can run what they call a rogue attack or a rogue hunt, and that's where you go and you hunt down rogue ships, which will again reward you sugarcane, you know, poppy, tobacco, juniper berries, the different materials that you're using in the refining process. So that's how you're going to get that stuff for free. And then you can even sell that stuff for pieces of 8 here in the order registry without actually selling it. Mind you, you don't actually have to sell it. You can just get some in your material. You can have the order roving, and it'll be in 2 different locations. It used to be in one location. That is no longer the case. It looks like it's going to be Southwest Passage and then Islands of the Moon up above is where you're going to deliver those. You cannot fast travel with these roving orders for this particular registry when you're selling the stuff for pieces of 8. When you get to the location, do not bother loading stuff on your ship. Just go and destroy the ship. You're going to take the pieces of 8. It completes the contract. Get a mark for death. Move on down to the next one. You're going to be traveling on down, because go ahead and grab them both. You're not going to be able to fast travel. Just travel down to this location. Destroy the ship that's down there. It'll be a white sail with a white hull. It'll say Helm Liaison. Just destroy him. And again, it's going to complete your contract. It's going to pay you whatever the benefits payout was, the pieces of 8, and you're going to be keeping your products that you can then sell to Skurlock or Rema for silver, and that is how you get your silver. And as you continue to upgrade your helm, guys, understand this didn't happen. This didn't happen overnight. This was all of year 2, season 1. We all had a reset, just like everybody else. We started at the exact same level as you did. Didn't matter if we've been playing this game for a day or a year. We all started at the same point. Now, I told you where to start, which is simply this in here allows you to have 8 more factories to start with, and coercive growth. That's going to make it so that while you're playing the game, you can be earning some pieces of 8 by running these takeover events. When you take over an event and then you see the takeover event pop up on that same location that you just won, you're going to hit it again. You're going to get 900 pieces 8 every time you do that. That's going to give you 900 pieces 8. It's going to give you guild boxes. Those guild boxes are going to give you, let's go to our warehouse here. It's going to give you something called a Helm lease, and I'll show you what this looks like real quick. I might actually have one in my, do I have one in here? No. Okay, I figured I'd look just to be safe. But a helm lease is something that you carry on your ship. You travel out to a location. They have different types. An open helm lease can be used anywhere. A closed or a African helm lease can be used in Africa. Same with the Indies. And here they are. So these are open helm leases. And this is all I've been getting as far as like when I get them now. They're just open helm leases. You can buy them from Remedy. You can buy them from Skurlock for skull products. You can earn them by running manufacturers you already have. You can earn them by doing buyouts to areas that you already have, and you can also earn them by doing defenses on your factories that you own. Okay, in order to send a ship to a factory to pick up 8s automatically for you, you have to have that factory up to a level 2. just so you're aware. And you can take any factory to a level 2 right off the bat. Some of them actually come as level 2, so nothing to worry about. But if you use the Helm Liaison, I recommend, if you're going to use those, the area I recommend using them on especially as you're first starting off, Houston Capital, Mega Fort Houston, Fort Preemy, and probably your Deuster areas would be my recommendation. Or if you want to complete areas, you can do like Lambeau Weaver, Palisade Bay, Seafood Lumberyard, and Tamby Foundry. Why those specifically? Well, because this area is what is known as auto collect. You can actually just come out here, hold your X button, your collect button, and it auto collects for you. You don't have to send anything out there. And that'll be at any level, but you have to own everything within that territorial zone there, that little square there, weird looking shape square. You have to have that. Now it's like this one here, if we earn all of these, it's going to give us a funding reduction cost, so it costs less to fund. An area like this here gives 100 silver bonus every hour. This area here, well, that's another auto collect, so we can go ahead and collect all of those. And again, you would want to have all of them. So these would be the first areas I would collect. In fact, I would probably go for the 2 North Africa territories first thing for those that I run my attack zone or my hostile takeovers or whatever. The reason I would do those first is then it makes it easy when you go to your upgrades and you go to the Nguana Confederacy and you start building this. You can do a manufacturing expansion. Now I will show you the outer tier of that. It's going to transpire to everything. You do this, it allows you to bring the level up 1. And then your next one is going to be some improved equipment, and then the next one is going to be allowing you to bring your manufacturing expansion up another. This allows you to get those factories up to level 4. Those 3 squares there, or 3 little circles there, that's going to make it so you can get it to a level 4 on your factories. Don't worry about the 5s right away. Don't worry about anything else right now. Once you get that, then you can focus on another auto collect area, and the same thing with whoever the faction is. Like this is Campaigning Royale, this one over here is Sea Peoples, and then of course this one over here is DMC. There is not one over here that I'm aware of for the Rempa. We'll double check just to be safe. Yeah. And no, see, this one here actually used to be a auto collect back in year 1, but they changed that for whatever reason. But that's fine. It gives you extra silver. So that's what you're going to do. It's going to build your factory up. But all the magic happens. It has to happen through your progression of the game. And those 4 bosses are the easiest way to get pieces of 8. To get this opened up for silver, and then all of this extra stuff here, this is going to work toward your pieces of 8, opening up your manufactories. And understand, it is not just pieces of 8 you can build here. This is going to make it so in the future, if you go, you know what, I really just don't want to go farm anything. I'm tired of having to get fine linen. I'd rather just produce it right here. It's going to produce fine linen for me. I don't have to go pick it up anymore. If I decide, you know what, I want to be able to come over here, I can do planetary gear sets. I'm tired of grinding them out, trying to building them stuff. I'm just going to do planetary gear sets, or maybe cog wheels, or wood pitch, or wood tar, or whatever. Any of these factories, all of your factories, you're going to have specialized materials. You have some specialized materials that are like upgrade parts. So we're going to look over here at Sunny Capital. So we have Ascension modules we can do over here. We have upgrade parts that we can do over here. We have shellac that we can do over here. A lot of great things that you could do. They'll be producing these parts off, so that's pretty good. Over here at Houston Capital, we could come over here and we could actually be building Ascension modules if we wanted to, you know. But it's going to be something in each location, so you will be able to build things in the game without having to farm and focus on weird aspects to try and get stuff that can essentially make a bad mark on your account, or maybe even cost you your game. So y'all have a wonderful day. I hope everyone has enjoyed the video, and I hope it's informed you and given you some great ideas of what you should do as a pirate. There's no right or wrong way to play the game, guys. What the storyline is a set of infamy missions to raise you to Kingpin, and it is effectively a tutorial that teaches you different aspects of how you can play the game. You can play the game in teams, you can play the game in solo. World Tier 1 is designed in such a way that once you get your ship ranked up, you can actually run every event in this solo. That includes your Mega Fort Houston, which in this zone is the hardest of all forts. Okay, so that's something that you need to keep in mind. That's what you're building toward. Then when you get in World Tier 2, that is effectively, you can grind it solo, but it's effectively more for team play, playing as a team. So some great things to look at, guys. And as always, have a great time in the game. I want to see everybody succeed. If you got questions about anything or things you would like to see a video on, let me know. That way I can kind of get something together for you. We're kind of at a point right now where I'm kind of at a standstill. I will finish off my Helm, and I'm trying to make sure I get some tutorials out that's going to help you move forward. And one thing I do recommend always, I will put a Banished Souls link down in the comment box. This is so that you can have a community to game with. Understand that when it comes to Freeloader Dan, we do not go very well with that, meaning you show up and you just start asking for free stuff. We don't go that route. We will farm with you. If you need specialty weapons and things like that, we're going to take you to the location and we will farm with you, and we will make sure that we hit whatever rate it is you hit repetitively. If you're needing teeth or whatever for blueprints, that's cool. We will help you in any way we can. But what we don't do is respond to, hey, I need some heliports, and then get real kind of snooty, like, oh, nobody here has heliports. Well, no, people have heliports, but nobody's giving someone we've never played with the heliport. We're seasoned gamers. We have a lot of new guys that have come over, a lot of new people that have come into the game, and they've jumped straight in, and they are doing fantastic. Most of these folks are already kingpins. They're already completing a lot of their Helm. They've already pretty much captured all their territories. Not everybody has, but a lot of folks have. So that's something that's really awesome to see, is everyone has just really just pulled in together. And props to all of those moderators. We got Desert Rat. He's doing a fantastic job, moderating chat and then helping new folks get situated and things in there. And of course our Discord leader, Why So Serious, keeping those events and things like that running. And I try to recruit, try to help the guys out as much as possible, but they're the ones running Banished Souls, guys, not me. Just so you know, make sure that when you come in there, you say hi to those guys. I appreciate the shout outs all the time in Discord, definitely. But make sure that you thank those guys for donating their time into all this stuff, because without them it wouldn't be possible. So y'all have a wonderful evening. I will catch everybody later.